Queen Elizabeth II, 94, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson spoke on the phone in the wake of an EU trade deal being reached on Christmas Eve. The court circular on Monday confirmed the conversation had taken place on December 24, with several royal watchers tweeting the news. Editor of Majesty magazine, Joe Little tweeted, "'Twas the afternoon before Christmas, but him takes a telephone call from her British Prime Minister in the wake of the #Brexit deal." Retweeting a story he had written about the number of royal engagements the Windsors carried out in 2020, Daily Express royal correspondent Richard Palmer tweeted, "Boris Johnson had an audience with the Queen by phone on Christmas Eve," the court circular records today. So add another one to the tally. As head of state, the Queen holds weekly audiences with Britain's prime ministers and has done so throughout her 68-year reign. Mr. Johnson is her 14th Prime Minister, and during the pandemic, they have conducted their conversations over the phone. The contents of the Queen's audiences with the PM are always kept private, as the Queen is prevented from expressing any political views. The Queen's stance on Brexit has been a closely guarded secret since the referendum and is unlikely to ever be disclosed despite speculation. Nonetheless, one royal commentator has claimed the Queen will have been glad that a deal was finally agreed and a no-deal Brexit avoided. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told Express.co.uk, "Conversations between the Queen and her Prime Ministers remain private." He added, "Attempts to discover the Queen's personal view of Brexit have invariably failed." Nevertheless, she will have undoubtedly been relieved that Britain and the EU have struck a trade deal, as the alternative would have been potentially extremely damaging, especially for Britain, whilst it copes with the crisis caused by the pandemic.